Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Star Stylist Homestead. So today I'm going to do a quickie video on dehydrating rice. It's quick, it's easy, and it's just minute rice when you're done. So if the power goes out, like with these storms, instead of using your propane or your gas outside on your grill, all you're having to do is boil the water and then the rice is done instead of cooking it for another 20 minutes and wasting your gas. That's just a small example. So I've got 6.5 cups of rice right now in my sink. And I'm just getting as much of it cleaned off as I can. I've been doing this for probably 3 to 5 minutes or so. And I just move it all around. Get as much of that starch out of it as I can. And then that should be good. Now, what I'm going to do is bring you over here. Okay? I'm going to take my pan, dump it in there. Okay, I am going to dump all this rice in here. And then I'm going to put 7 cups of water in my pan. There's 5. And there's 7. Okay? When I said pan, I meant Instapot. Okay? Stir it around, close the lid, and then I'm going to pressure can. Wow, that's on 2 hours. I must have cooked a roast in there before. I'm going to put it on 6 minutes. I'm going to let it release all on its own. So after the 6 minutes, I'm just going to wait until all the steam comes out. And then I'll bring you back. Oh. And start. Okay, that's done. When that's all done, I'll bring you back and show you what I do next, which is really important for once you put it in your dehydrator. Because I've done it without doing this, and it didn't come out so well. I mean, it did. It's still usable, but I'll be back. All right, friends. I went over. I am going to take my towel, put it over that, and just finish off. I had said 6 minutes on here. I don't believe you need 6 minutes. I think 3 or 4 minutes is perfect. I'm hoping I didn't overcook my rice. And then I got busy doing something and I had it on for 16 minutes slow release. So, we'll see. Just let all the air come out. I like to cover it because I don't want my new cabinets ruined. Although I do have this and these things, if you haven't seen it. You put it right over the top and it blows it out this way. You just gotta, let me show you. I don't know if you can see that. It's blowing the steam this way. I always forget I have it. So it doesn't go on your cabinets. Just don't walk in front of it. There we go. Okay, I have water in here. Show you here. Ugh, this thing always moves on me. Rice is definitely done. I would suggest doing your rice for 3 minutes. Let's bring this over to the sink. Shut this off. All right, my friends. Now, I'm just going to run cold water in here. this, I'm getting more starch out of the rice. And I don't want my rice cooking any more than I did. Definitely do, I would probably say 4 minutes. And that's it. I'm going to let that sit for a few to cool off. You see? See how much starch is still in there? Yeah. So, I'm going to let that cool off for a few. And get my, get my other bowl ready. Get that uncooked rice out of there. And I will be back. All right, friends. Now, what I'm going to do is just take spoonfuls. I'm going to do 3 at a time. And then just run some cold water through this. Just to get some more of the starch off. I am not going to worry about if it's completely strained. That's just wastes time. Wastes time. Shake it, and I'm going to dump it right on my tray. Let me put you back up here. Let me bring my tray over here. Okay, and then I'm just going to spread it out on my tray. You want it a thin layer. I know from doing it, I usually use 3 spoonfuls of that. So, that's all I'm going to do. Leave some holes in, you know, here and there, just so that the air gets up through. And the further you spread it, the easier it is to, once it's all dry, to get it apart. Because of course some of this is going to stick together. This will go in there around 6 hours or so, depending on how thick you lay it on your trays. I made some extra for dinner. I actually might even do another video and make some rice pudding or something, because I have 7 cups in there and we won't eat that much rice. So anyway, I'll be back when this is all done. All right, friends, I have this 145 degrees. All of them are in there. I have it set for 10 hours, I think it was. Yeah, about 10 hours. I'll check it before I go to bed. If it's done, I'll just leave it and I'll let it sit right in there overnight. And then tomorrow I'll take it all out once it's all cooled, because you want it totally cool. Make sure it's dry. No questions asked if it's dry or not. If it's not, I'll just leave it. I'll add a couple more hours because it ain't gonna dry too much. And then just go to bed and then do it tomorrow. Pretty sure it's gonna dry. It's not even 12 o'clock right now, so I go to bed at 9. So once that's all done, I'll show you what I have, and we'll be done with this video. I'll be back. All right, friends. Some of these are done. I'm just going to show you so that I can get this video done. And I have all this rice. I'm just going to put in there after I get all these out tonight. So here we have them. I just pulled out 2. I want to show you what I do, because you see how they come out. They're just big pieces. You see? I just take this and I roll it up like this and just crunch it down. Whoops, almost lost that. With my hands, because rice is hard. So I just roll it And then it's instant rice. I don't mind if, like, see, I don't mind if there's a couple pieces that are still together when I do it. That's no big deal, because once it goes back in the water, it gets hydrated. And then I just dump it in there. They're just, and you can do it anyway. You could, see, a little at a time. I just find for my hands, balling it up like this, this protects my hands from those sharp pieces. Kind of like breaking up cereal. And then you have rice. Minute rice. So, and might I add, that's been 7.5 hours. And there are a couple of them in there that I had a little bit thicker, that the very middle wasn't dry. I won't even attempt to take those out until they're completely dry like these. So, you have that. Make sure they're dry. And then, minute rice. And I needed it because this is usually full and it was empty. And what I did last time I bought the minute rice, I just cut this off and I stick it right in there. So if anybody comes over and says, how much rice do I use? It's right off the minute rice thing. So, you know, us people who cook all the time, we know, but kids today, like and subscribe if you haven't already. And you guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you again soon. Ciao for now.